If we focus on how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to determine the culprit. Oh yeah, I see. I've got it all figured out. You can't get near the incinerator if you can't unlock the trash room shutters. So there's no way you can switch the incinerator on, and the one who has the key to the trash room is the janitor, which means the janitor is the killer. No, that's not true. There's a way for someone other than the janitor to switch the incinerator on, and it's that method that points to Kuwana being the culprit. I can't really afford to miss. Oh, that one was definitely it. He threw the glass ball at the incinerator through the bars, turned the incinerator on, then threw the shirt at it. Alright, next time around I got this one. It was a little slow. Took me a second to realize it. He's a baseball player, yeah! And you guys are way better at this than I am. I don't know if it's because it's getting laid out or what. And I'm reading all this. You think I should be retaining it better? Hold on. It's still possible to dispose of evidence even if you weren't the janitor. But without operating the shutters, one is unable to light the incinerator's flame, are they not? No, it's still possible if you use this. It's busted, but it looks like a glass ball. Well, it was supposed to be a crystal ball. By using this, how would you use it? The culprit threw this glass ball through the space and the shutters at the incinerator switch. Doing so, he was able to switch on the incinerator's fire. He threw it through the shutters? You said so yourself, Yamada. What is this? The incinerator's flame has been left alight. How strange! Last time I was here, I made quite certain that the flame had been distinguished. The incinerator was turned on without Yamada, who had the key. No one. That's because the culprit pressed the incinerator switch without opening the shutters. Having lit the incinerator's flame, he balled up the shirt and threw it in. Hey, what you saying, man? The condition of the room after the disposal tells us that the culprit didn't open the shutters. The broken glass ball, the incinerator being left on, the burnt fragment of cloth. If the janitor were the killer, he would have been more careful when he got rid of the evidence. Hey, I said wait. But the incinerator is more than 10 meters away from the shutters, isn't it? Is it really possible to throw a glass ball from that distance and hit the switch with pinpoint accuracy? Yeah, that obviously ain't possible. It may be difficult, but it's not impossible. No, it actually would have been the All-Star. Because the killer is the Super Duper High School All-Star, isn't that right, Kuwata? Indeed, for one dubbed the Super Duper High School All-Star, a 10-meter target is nothing. Fuck you. I'm not the culprit. Besides, that logic's completely whack, you shit-brained chuckle fucks. You still won't admit it. In that case, Nagi, go back over the incident one more time and explain every little bit of his crime. And with that, let's put an end to this. I'm telling you, this ain't over yet. You can say whatever you want, Kuwana. But we've solved all the mysteries, and now I'll show you what really happened. Climax logic. Yes, please. Alright, the ultimate showdown. In this phase, your goal is to present the sequence of events composed of the crime. The incident is reconstructed in manga form, or manga. Remember, manga is read from right to left. However, a number of panels have been removed from the manga. It is your job to complete the manga by inserting logic panels into the empty frames. Additionally, you can aim your crosshair at an empty panel and press the X button to look at that, and a hint just for you. I wish you the best of luck. Alright, let's go back to where it all started. Last night, the culprit went to the room where Miyazono was. In other words, to my room. More than likely, Miyazono invited that person to my room in order to kill them. Using the knife she took from the kitchen beforehand, she attacked that person. But something happened that she didn't see coming. That person struck back at her with the practice sword in my room. A strike from the practice sword broke Miyazono's right wrist, ending the battle. And then, the knife was stolen from her. Cornered, Miyazono panicked and fled into the shower. The culprit went right after her, but for some reason the shower door wouldn't open. The door to my shower is misaligned, and, not knowing the trick, he was unable to open it. Miyazono knew because I told her, but of course the culprit didn't know. Even so, the culprit somehow forced the door open, and then, with a stolen knife, he stabbed Miyazono. However, with her last remaining strength, Miyazono left behind a dying message on the wall behind her back so the culprit wouldn't notice. But in doing so, she expended all her strength. After murdering Miyazono, the culprit hurriedly began destroying the evidence. First, he removed his blood-stained shirt. Then, using my room's lint roller, he cleaned the room from top to bottom to remove any trace of his having visited that room. After that, the culprit headed to the trash room to dispose of his shirt. He intended to burn his bloody shirt in the incinerator there. However, the shutters sealed the trash room, and he was unable to approach the incinerator. So the culprit used the glass ball Haga left in the laundry room. The culprit pushed the incinerator switch by throwing the glass ball through the shutters. For a normal person, that's practically impossible, but the culprit was confident he could do it. After all, the culprit is the Super Duper High School All-Star. He threw the glass ball with precision and control, hitting the switch, and activating the incinerator. The culprit, having destroyed the evidence, was relieved and quickly left the trash room, but the culprit wasn't counting on part of his shirt falling off the incinerator. And so the culprit remained blissfully unaware that he'd left behind conclusive evidence. Isn't that right, Leon?